Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another one of my chats. I've been feeling really good by making these small videos and getting some really nice feedback from some of you who have been tuning in and watching and inquiring and also messaging me with some questions about men's sexuality and relationships and all of that. So thank you everyone who is supporting and joining in. So in today's video, I want to answer one of my followers' questions in regards to how often is it okay to masturbate and to ejaculate. And then I also want to talk about building a relationship to your ejaculation and why this is important. So the teachings from which this information is based off of is from the Taoist Tantric traditions, especially for men. So in the Taoist Tantra, one of the major teachings for men is to retain their semen and to practice semen retention during masturbation and during intercourse. For the reason being that your semen has a lot of really vital nutrients in it. And if you are constantly ejaculating, your body has to take energy to constantly reproduce it. And for most of you, you probably know whenever you ejaculate, you are usually tired. You might need a nap, you might need a smoke, or some way to kind of like regain your energy back. So this refractory period is caused by the loss of semen, which is a lot of your innate strength. That's kind of like where it's at. So in the philosophies, they teach men how to practice semen retention and how often is it healthy to ejaculate. So I cannot really say like there's no one answer for all, because this depends on your age, on your health, on your relationship status. But I'm gonna actually link a website, and if you guys are interested, you can go read more. So I'm sending that in the link right now. So there is a formula actually for how, like, what's the healthy amount, and you have to kind of check it out, see what works for you. But it's honestly like just a few times a month that is very healthy. And the older you get, the less frequent it is recommended for you to ejaculate, because your body is not the same in your 40s and 50s as it is in your 20s. So you have to remember that. You have to also learn to understand like what is really the meaning of your ejaculation. A lot of men just kind of like mindlessly and unconsciously masturbate all the time, especially to pornography, and then they feel disconnected. They feel gross and ashamed because they can't stop it. And the thing is, like, sexual addiction is a really big thing, especially when you don't have a partner, when you don't have any other healthy way of channeling that sexual energy into. So my invitation to anybody who is struggling with perhaps too much masturbation and constant ejaculation is to look into your life and see where else can you channel all this creative life force into, because sexual energy is that creative life force energy, you guys. If we can only learn to transform it from sexual energy into that deeper, potent, creative energy, we can like be limitless at the capacity of things that we're able to create. The problem is that many people, and this is also in relationship to women, is that we don't know how to channel this energy out of our genitalia into some other creative ideas. You know, a lot of it kind of gets stuck in the genitals, and we feel this like huge rush of energy and we want to release it. But most people were never taught other ways of releasing it otherwise of masturbating or having sex. So that's kind of like the only way that people know. So for those of you who are, and the person who did ask me about the question, like, is masturbation bad? No, it's not bad. However, the frequency of which you are doing it might be bad. You know, if you're ejaculating and masturbating several times a day, then yeah, that's kind of bad. Because like, what else are you doing with yourself? First of all, every time you ejaculate, you lose energy. That's number one, right? Then it's like, you have this high that you've created, usually from watching porn, and like I can make another video on pornography. Like, pornography is just so terrible because all it is, it's like a mental stimulation that gets you off really, really fast. So then you're technically training your penis and your genitals to be stimulated super quick by the mind. And then like the quick motion of your jerking is like desensitizing you from actually enjoying intercourse with a real woman with whom your sex is going to be very different than like the hardcore stroking. So there's so much into this. I know I'm kind of like going all over the topics, but all of this is very important. And so to go into the topic of building relationship with your semen, I want you to begin to realize that your semen contains life. Like, it is a precious elixir that is produced by your prostate gland, and it's sacred. Okay, I'm inviting you to learn to look at it as a sacred liquid. Okay, for most people, they don't treat it as that. You know, you come in your sock, or you wipe it off with your t-shirt, or with dirty socks, or you know, whatever. Like, there's no sacred relationship to it. And for me as a woman, I started to build sacred relationship with my menstrual blood, you know, learning to actually harvest it and give it back to Mother Earth. And I know that there are some men in conscious communities who actually, they collect their semen and then they do rituals with it, or they give it back to Mother Earth. There's a lot of nutrients in it. So in the Taoist practices, what they say, when you don't ejaculate for an extended period of time, all the semen that's within you accumulates all this strength and power and nourishment, and it's really, really good for your brain. So what happens when you don't ejaculate for a long time, your body reabsorbs all the nutrients from your semen back into the body, into the bloodstream through your prostate gland, and then all of that goes backwards and it circulates back into your body. And how beautiful is that? You get to transform your own like life force back into yourself. Like, that's incredible. Why not to try that? So I think all of this is just based on our lack of education and societal conditioning. And you know, a lot of men are really in a space of awakening right now. It is my honor to be able to lay out foundation with these teachings to inspire you to become more conscious of your ejaculation, to become more conscious of your relationship to your lingam. Lingam in Sanskrit means the wand of light. When was the last time you looked at your penis as a wand of light? You know, let's bring back the sacredness. Let's reawaken the intimacy that we can have with our bodies. Okay. And then when you're making love, okay, to ejaculate inside a woman is a sacred act. You should be conscious of that. You know, I can actually make another video because this is a big topic. Men like impregnating women and not taking responsibility for it. Actually, I'm going to make another video on that because that's pretty big. But to stay on topic, yeah, coming back to sacred relationship with yourself first, to your body, to your semen, to your breath, to all of it. Okay, and once you build that sacredness with yourself, only then will you be able to manifest a partner who's a vibrational match to that. And until you do, universe can't match you with that because you're not in alignment with yourself. Okay, so all of these are beautiful practices. So check out the link that I've included in the comments and read more about the Taoist practices for ejaculation control. And if you guys have any more questions about this topic or any other topics on Tantra, sacred sexuality, love, or relationships that you would like me to speak into, please shoot me a message or leave a comment. And yes, my loves, until I will see you next time, many, many blessings. Take care.